Roderino is ruling. Roderino. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Sunday Sessions here in my grey garden in North London. So today we're making Vietnamese caramel chicken. I saw this recipe on socials and someone was doing it with pork belly. And I've done a few tweaks and made it midweek for dinner with chicken thighs, and it went down a treat. So here's another chicken recipe for you lot. We all love chicken unless you're vegan, and then, well, what you doing we're in the wrong place, yeah? Piece of piss, 2 pans, a little bit of prep, a little bit of cooking. We're gonna do it at the same time and bash this one out. I want you to see and feel how quick this recipe is, right? So, firstly, you see me, I'm a fucking social media chef. You get me? Pan on. High heat. Thank you. I've got 3 chicken thighs. I'm going to take the skin off, which I don't normally do with chicken thighs because I feel like you jeopardize the flavor when you take skin off chicken thighs. But for this, I don't want crispy thigh. I want nice cooked meat. So all you got to do is basically peel the fat away, and I'm just going to put this in the pan to render out, so we still get that chickeny skin flavour. Chicken dippers. So yeah, just going to let this render and crisp a little, and if I can be fucking bothered, I'll put it back on the dish. If not, kind of thing that my girlfriend loves to eat and she can just eat. So chicken skin is doing its thing. I am gonna leave the chicken whole and then cut it once it's cooked. So we're just gonna move into choppy bits, right? And all you need is red chilies, garlics, lemongrass. I've got 5 red chilies, 5 cloves of garlic, 2 sticks of lemongrass. And then we're just going to do a good old-fashioned chop. I leave the seeds in. I feel like if you don't like spicy food, don't use Thai chilies. And to try to take the seeds out of this is a ball ache. The fucking seeds almost run all the way through. So if you are spice conscious, use like a red long chili, or use what your chili threshold is basically. But for me, Thai chilies, not only are they hot, but they've got like a fruitiness and a sweetness that I really like in food. Garlic, we're just going to slice up as thin as we can get it, and then we're just basically going to cross chop this all together. And that's just going to be a little flavour boost that we add into the pan. A bit like if you've seen the Krapao recipe, drawing on the same elements in the same part of the world, and just using, I guess, their holy trinity, where we'd use carrots, onions and celery for stocks and bases. This is very much garlic, Thai chili, lemongrass. And then from there, we're just going to do a good old-fashioned cross chop. And I want this quite fine because I want it to fry and cook fast. So give it a good chop. Don't be lazy with it. If you wanted to, you could do this in a pestle and mortar. It's a lot quicker, takes less time, less effort. That's what we're looking for, what the Michelin star chefs will call brunoise. We're also using lemongrass, but I don't want to chop the lemongrass into this because I want it to remain fragrant, and it's going to go in at different stages. I've peeled the lemongrass back. I often buy frozen lemongrass, but today using fresh, it makes more sense. It means that you can peel more away and you actually get more of the lemongrass heart, which is the flavour part, right? So just peel it back until it gets soft, basically. And then we're just going to chop it into rounds like a spring onion. I'm going quite fine because I want a fair bit of lemongrass to run through the dish. And then I'm just gonna slice up 3 spring onions. Chicken's almost rendered out. Spring onions, just like a nice slice, don't have to be too fine. This is gonna go in last minute for texture and a little bit of color, and also give us that raw harshness. It's not done that all day and it decides to do it now. I'm going all the way up to the greens. I like the greens. Good color break, texture change, cook quicker, and the whites are where more of the flavor is at. We're gonna add in our chicken thighs. Now look, so I'm not gonna season too heavy because we've got fish sauce in this dish, and fish sauce is on the salty spectrum of sauces. So I'm just gonna give it a nice even amount. So I don't want to put it in without seasoning it, or we're never going to get any flavour from the chicken. This is about layering and building, right? So, pan's hot. We're going to cook 70% on this side, and then we're going to flip it because we're going to recook it after. So we don't want to cook it all the way through. We're just looking for a nice seal, nice sear. Brown. I'm going to give it one little flip, literally 10 seconds. I don't want it to cook through. I just want to know that I've built colour. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, thank you very mucho. Keep the skin as well. Right, this oil we no longer need. Stick it in the allotment. Give this a little wipe out. Now, what I do next is going to be like, oh, what? What's he doing? Oh my God, nouveau cuisine. So, fuck the oil off. I've got some sugar. I reckon this is about 1, 2, 4 tablespoons of sugar. Hear me out. We're going to make a caramel that we're then going to add our flavours to, introduce our chicken back in, cut it with fish sauce, and we're going to make this delicious, sweet, salty, fragrant sauce that's going to wrap around our chicken, yeah? Let the caramel come down, and we're looking for a good brown. We don't want burnt, but this pan out here only does hot, so I have to look after it. Try not to move it and just let it naturally do its thing. Just because I don't have another chopping board, I'm going to chop this chicken. Asbestos. The whole day I've been able to take my hood off. Caramel, we're going a slow tinge of a caramelly colour, but we want to make sure all of our sugar is dissolved. Caramel is quite dangerous, right? So if you get this on your skin now, it will fucking burn all of the layers of your skin, and then as you peel it off, we'll take it all with it. You have to be very fucking careful when cooking with caramel or sugar over an open flame, because it's the worst fucking burn you'll ever get in your life. I've got one on my arm that's been there for millions of years, prehistoric. So be fucking careful. Do this over a medium heat, slowly bring it to that dark caramel flavour, but you'll also smell it. You'll smell when it's almost at the point where it's about to turn, and there'll be a bit of smell in the air, and it will start to smoke like this. So this now is the point that we want it to be at. See how it's like a nice brown, but here, where the pan gets hotter, it's starting to go darker. We do not want to go any further than this, right? From here, cut chicken in. Right, let the chicken get coated by the caramel. And now we're going to go in with our aromatics. So we're going chili and garlic first. And now that's going to cook in the caramel and start to flavour everything, right? So we've now got sweet, meaty, but we've also got hum of spice, little background from garlic. And we just want to leave it in this hot caramel for it to become fragrant. My caramel's at a nice colour. It's a nice fucking roast chicken brown almost. From here, we're going to add in our lemongrass. And a couple of spring onions that are stuck to the back of the spoon. And now it's like lemon sherbet smells. You can smell that the chili's fucking spicy and ferocious. If we cook this any further now, the caramel is going to become bitter. So what we need to do is give it some liquid in order for the caramel just to settle down and stop fucking going under ferocious heat, yeah? From here, that is going to be about 4 tablespoons of fish sauce. It will start to loosen and turn into a sauce, right? Now, spring onions in for colour. And a little bit of Thai basil. And this is going to give us like an aniseed floral background, and we just want it to wilt into this sauce and be our green element, right? Sweet, fiery, fragrance from like lemongrass. I want a tiny bit more salt, but I don't want to add natural salt. I'm going to go in with fish sauce. It helps balance the level of our sauce, right? So we've got a sauciness. Even though this is caramel, we've got the ability to toss it. Now, heat off. One side. I've got like a B cup of rice. Fucking B cup's good for no one. Just want to fry a really crispy egg, right? Crispy fried egg. Chicken can go down. A little bit of the sauce on the top. That's where all the fucking flavour lives. A couple bits of cucumber, just because I want the contrast between cool and fucking blow your fucking mouth off. There. And then crispy fried egg. You reckon I can toss it? You reckon I can toss it? Do you believe in me or not?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Crispy fried egg over the top. A little bit more of our sauce. And then, yeah, the chicken skin that we were going to fuck off, just going to crumble one over the top. A little bit of Thai basil. Plonk of lime. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is dinner with Hassan in 15 fucking minutes. It's caramel chicken, bro. What are you talking about? Alright, can you heat up that last bit of rice for me, for you? Thanks. There's caramel everywhere. But I've got a lovely, oh, do you know what, actually? Thanks. A little bit of jammy egg and some rice. You've got all that lovely sauce sucked up by the rice. Big, beautiful bit of chicken down the hatch she goes. It's a different one because it's fucking spicy but bitter and sweet at the same time. It's fragrant. There's aniseed flavors from the Thai basil and like a sherbety taste through the lemongrass. The crispy egg on top and the chicken skin gives it like a really nice texture. Otherwise it would be quite chewy and the same mouthfeel, but a little crunch from cucumber, lime juice on top, acid splits the sweetness and the heat, and it's a fucking really good dish, man. You can make dinner in 15 minutes. It's fucking fantastic. And like the caramel is lip coating. It doesn't solidify, it doesn't like fucking go hard and be like, oh no, I'm not gonna eat. I don't want you to eat me. It turns into this wonderful, deep brown sauce that covers everything and makes everything delicious. It's a fucking solid dish, man. Super solid. Working a fucking calf. But yeah, man, make this one. Honestly, fucking fantastic. Don't use chicken breast. Go for thighs, just trust me. You want it to have that softness and the flavour from a thigh, especially where we rendered the fat out in the pan first. Makes a big difference. And this, you'd be fucking surprised you've turned it over and you've transported yourself on a tropical holiday there and then 15 minutes later, bosh. I really want to go to this side of the world, man. I've never been to Thailand or Vietnam or Cambodia or anywhere like that. And these little quick dishes really make me want to go there and just learn how to do them. Eat them street side on a really small plastic stool that looks novelty when I sit on it. But this here, fantastic. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Hass, he's been George. This hasn't been Krapao, this has been Caramel Chicken. Thanks for tuning in. I'd like to see you all make this and comment underneath how delicious it was and how much fun you had. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Goodbye and good night. We out. I can't stand this place anymore.
Chop House Films.
Can you say films?
Film.
Films.
Films.